Hey guys, it's been a while since I posted on social media. Um, it's been hard. It's Andy Nam, formerly Chronically Healthy Life. And if you're not living under a rock, you know my soulmate, Minna Wong, has passed away. And it's really blown the way I look at life. You know what I've been doing for the last 13 years, helping people live a chronically healthy life. And it's just changed so much in what I believe and what's important in living life now. One of the things was always Minna and I. We want to inspire people to have stronger, loving relationships. The way that we live life each day to the fullest, loving each other more and more each day. For the 38 years we've been together. And I hope we accomplish that. I hope you've watched our last episode of the Chronically Healthy Life Friday. I'll be re-airing that episode this Tuesday on the Chronic Health Collective. I'm retiring Chronically Healthy Life, the show, because that was the mission and journey of me and Minna's life. And that physical journey's over. So to me, the purpose of that show was over too. So you might not be seeing me much on any of our own shows for a while, but Chronic Health Collective will be going on strong with the coaches that's been supporting me through this hard transition. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be re-airing all of the shows Minna did interviews on, so you can catch a little bit of her wisdom, her humor, and what an amazing, beautiful woman she was. So please watch Chronic Health Collective and catch all the episodes of Minna, as I'll be airing all the episodes that we've done over the last 4 years as the Chronic Health Collective mourns the loss of Minna and moving forward for the new year. But as for me, well, as you can see, I'm rocking a new look. Things are changing for me. Everything I'm done, to be honest, isn't all that important to me anymore. Everything we've done together for each other. So now, just want to let everyone know I'm okay, leaning into some new skill sets, and I'll be sharing more of that as I develop those skill sets to help others in the future. I'm not going to share those yet as I'm developing those. But for all those that's been asking, how did Minna pass? She did not die from cancer. A lot of people are thinking she died from cancer. She did not die from cancer. She did not die from COVID. She passed away due to underlying factors that are out of our control. And that's why I am giving up what I teach at Chronically Healthy Life, because I always talked about taking charge of your own health. And I just realized with Minna's passing, we don't have as much control of this taking charge of your own health as we thought. Over the next few months, maybe over the year, I will let people know what caused Minna's ultimate passing. And let's just start saying that diets can heal you or kill you. And with Minna, she had things that, let's just say right now, that was introduced to our foods without us knowing about it, that has weakened her liver, right? And depending on what type of foods you're eating and what type of supplements you're taking, even though those foods and supplements normally should help you, when you have a weakened liver, it actually loads up your liver and causes more damage. These are things you don't think about, because you don't think that eating healthy, you be getting, let's just say, some toxins in your food that's not advertised, and that we are now working with a colleague seeing in a lot of healthy foods that we should be concerned about. That's what started Minna's decline. Not conspiracy theory. Once again, if you know me, 5 years ago, I told you about everything that happened with COVID. Everything came out to be true, even though most of you friends, family thought I was nuts. Everything proven to be true. This is a lot more nefarious, and I'm just gonna say it. I don't know where it's gonna lead me. Maybe I'll be silenced, who knows? But this is much more nefarious than what they did with COVID and the vaccines. And with Minna's health, it started to decline on her liver health with this toxin that was in both the foods that both me and Minna ate. We both had this toxin. I just had a much better ability to detox it while she didn't. And since we didn't know how to test for this toxin, because we were unaware of this toxin, it declined her liver health, which caused liver inflammation. And being scared, we listened to our doctor and went to the hospital, ER. And you know what my thoughts are on the whole medical system. Don't go there unless you have acute problems. Well, ours wasn't acute, but we got scared by our doctor and we went. Minna walked into the hospital. 2 days later, she's pushed out in a wheelchair. 7 days later, she's gone. She went in with liver inflammation, and all the hospital cared about was trying to test her to prove she had cancer. She did not have cancer. The markers don't show that she had cancer. But she did get drugs that should not have been put into her. Now knowing, speaking with doctors and nurses after the fact, I didn't know during the time. She was injected with drugs and antibiotics that has nothing to do with liver inflammation, let alone cancer. Which, in my opinion, led to her declining condition where we had no control, and her eventual passing. A lot to process for a lot of people out there. This has been hard for me saying it. There's no suing the hospital. So don't reach out to me and tell me to sue the hospital. That's not what I want. That's not what Minna wants. But we know the treatment they gave her was a total overdose. And that's what caused her to bleed out internally and pass in 7 days after leaving the hospital. Actually 10 days, but who's counting? You know, I am, obviously. So, grain of salt. Don't go to hospital unless you really need to. And ask why they're giving you treatment for what they're giving you. That's something that we should ask more of rather than just accepting what they injected Minna with. Because she was walking and eating when she went in the hospital. 2 days later, she could barely eat and she couldn't walk after the treatment they gave her in the hospital. And this, according to them, was pretty basic stuff. I'll leave it at that. But moving forward, I got a new purpose to share more about what caused Minna's passing and what's affecting people around the world right now. People do need to know this. People's not talking about this yet. It's being quite hidden. And I'm going to expose it with a colleague. And let's see where it goes. If they're going to try to silence me or not. It'll be interesting. More than likely, they're just going to cancel all my feeds like they did during COVID. But that's my new purpose, if people want to know what it is. So, no more life coaching. No more longevity hacks. That's all done. Because at the end of the day, we don't have control of what we do with our body. What we're putting in that we think is healthy may not be as healthy as we thought. And that's dangerous. And I am going to figure that out and make sure this does not happen to any other loved ones like it happened to Minna. On paper, both of us should easily live to 100 years and beyond. And all it took was 6 kill shots at the hospital of what she gotten. And I'm not going to say what she got, but she got 6 doses of it. And talking to friends, definitely overdose, especially with liver inflammation. And that's what caused her eventual passing. So, want to reach out to you all. I'm all right. Leaning into my new purpose, my new look. I leaned out, right? Some of you might notice that. Lost about 20 pounds in the last month. But I'm keeping care of myself. I'm taking care of myself, guys. So don't worry. I'm not going to be doing anything stupid. Next to exposing what happened, that's my new purpose. So I'm going to be sharing this far and wide. I hope people listen to the whole thing and share it far and wide. And I hope it gives you some peace to all the friends and family out there for Minna. You know, she passed away knowing that I will find an answer for everyone else. So this does not happen to anyone else. That'll be her last gift on earth for both me and her and my colleague. I don't want to name my colleague, to expose the underlying truth of what's happening right now that's being put into our food, our water, our air. It's much worse than you think. And I'll leave it at that. Reach out to me personally if you have questions, but I might not answer, just letting you know, because I am on a new journey to figure this all out, and new journey just to connect with Minna better. Goodbye now.